Hello everyone and welcome to Bear News One-on-One. I'm Hunter Phipps and today is our last one-on-one show and we are back again with UNC President Andy Feinstein. Andy, how are you today? It's good to see you again.
I'm doing great, Hunter, and thank you very much for having me on the show again. I appreciate it.
Of course, we love having conversations with you. Well, the semester is about to come to a close and it's been an eventful semester at UNC. What has been your favorite so far to this point?
Well, I'm very excited about graduation in 2.5 weeks. I know we're going to talk about that today.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the best days of the year. My favorite 2 days are when students move in the fall and I'm able to help them move into campus, and when they graduate and I can celebrate their accomplishments with their loved ones and their family members. So that's something that I'm very much looking forward to in the coming weeks.
For sure. Me and my fellow seniors are looking forward to graduation. It can't come soon enough.
We're going to walk across the stage together.
Yes,
that's right.
We are. We'll get to that sooner than later. Speaking of events at UNC this year, one of the big events that was UNC getting to the Big Sky Championship and making the final, but after the semifinal when they made it, I saw the video of you running into the locker room.
Oh.
I've never seen you with such euphoric energy, and just take me through what was going through your head at that moment.
I love our athletic programs, swimming, wrestling, volleyball, soccer, football, and especially basketball. And to be a part of those wins with the team, being on the road with them in Idaho and Boise, Idaho, and winning those first couple of games and be able to walk in the locker room and celebrate with them, it was a privilege that the coach allowed me to walk in and just scream and yell with them and kind of celebrate in that energy and excitement. But I was also there when we lost that last game, which was a sad day.
Right.
And a lot of tears were shed, including from me. I'm glad we did well in the CBI tournament after that, but it was an exciting experience and a lot of wonderful players on our athletic program, our teams.
Absolutely. UNC basketball certainly has a bright future. Can't wait for next season. Going to be good.
It is.
But moving on, UNC has been able to stay in person all semester. I'm sure all of our students are excited to just finally feel like they have a normal semester for the first time. You know, how do you feel about that, be able to have a normal semester, no interruptions, really for the first time since 2019?
I can't wait for next year to have a normal year. This has been 2.5 years of very difficult times for our students, our faculty, our staff, our loved ones, and we've been through so much together. And I'm glad to see it over, but I also know it's been very difficult for a number of our students who really experienced their first 2.5, 3 years of their college here, the university, in pandemic, whether it was having to wear masks, whether it was having classes that were online, missing out on social activities that are such a big part of the university experience. It's been difficult.
Absolutely. What does it say to the students that really have been going through this, really since, speaking of the class of 2023, they have only known one real semester? What does it say about their resilience and being able to adjust on the fly, push through all of that?
It says a lot about their character, their hard work, their commitment to their future. I'm sad in some respects because I think that all of us missed out on a little bit over the last couple of years, but I'm happy for them that they're able to be successful, graduate, move on in their lives, and share that wondrous thing that's going to happen in a couple weeks with graduation.
Absolutely. I think they're looking forward to senior year and just having a normal course. But speaking of fall semester, a lot of exciting things, football, normalcy. What are you looking forward to the most with this fall semester?
Well, first of all, that we're going to have all of our classes back in person. We're going to have a whole host of exciting events and activities on campus. I love Taste of UNC that happens in the fall. We're going to have a brand new dining facility located in the University Center with hopefully some new restaurants, a new Starbucks, completely remoderned facilities that I'm looking forward to. And I'm just looking forward to see students and faculty and staff walk across campus and say hello to each other and without a mask on. So I'm just looking forward to us being back to normal in the college experience.
Absolutely. You mentioned the UNC dining plan, construction's really starting there. What do you think that adds to the UNC experience in retrospect?
So much learning happens outside of the classroom, and it happens when you're eating lunch or breakfast, meeting new people in the library, walking across campus. So this new facility really is about allowing opportunities for people to meet and engage while they're also enjoying a meal. And
Absolutely.
I want you to know that all that development, all that construction is being paid for by Sodexo, which is also a wonderful opportunity we've had to work with one of the leading contract food service companies in the country who is committed to supporting our future by investing in these facilities.
That's a great news for UNC students to hear that they're being invested in their college experience. So we talked about the osteopathic school last
Yes.
time, and there's plenty of updates. You guys are still looking for the founding dean as far as I'm concerned. Can you tell us any more updates about
Sure.
how that's going?
Yeah, a lot has happened this year. The first thing that happened is we were able to pass a law in Colorado allowing us to offer medical education. It was signed by the governor about a month ago, and I was able to be a part of that, and it was very exciting. The second thing is we actually have hired our founding dean,
Really?
and she's going to start mid-June. Very exciting. Beth Longenecker, and she is coming from Ohio University.
Okay.
She was a dean there of one of their osteopathic medical programs. And so we're going to be off and running and building this medical college. And we've also been in the kind of the applicant phase with accreditation. And so everything is moving as planned, and I'm still very optimistic of hopefully having our first class of students start possibly even as soon as the fall of 2025.
That sounds so exciting. What is that founding dean? How does that look different than any other team since they're founding it?
That's right.
What does that require of them?
I mean, we're having to build a college from scratch.
Right.
So you can imagine we're going to have to build the curriculum. We're going to construct a new 100,000 square foot facility. We're going to hire 40 or 50 employees, faculty, staff, and then we're going to have to go through recruitment and recruit hundreds of students for this program. When this program is at full capacity, we'll have approximately 600 students.
Wow.
So we'll be recruiting and enrolling approximately 150 students a year. That's a lot of work ahead in the next couple of years, and there's a lot of work to do starting in June.
Absolutely, a lot of work ahead and potentially a new diverse group in the UNC community. So recently, on a different topic, there was a meeting about changes in the UNC community, and you attended that, about enrollment, budget cuts. You know, a lot of emotion happened in that meeting. I could tell. What was it like to be at that and really hear out those students and faculty that wanted to express their opinions about those decisions?
You know, when I heard that there were students that were upset and frustrated about the elimination of French and German and European languages and the non-renewal of some contract renewable faculty members, I wanted to hear what they had to say, what their concerns were. And so about a week ago, we held a kind of an impromptu town hall in which I listened for 3 hours to their concerns, which weren't just about those topics, but others. And it was really a heartfelt, difficult conversation. I was glad I was there. I was, glad that the students had an opportunity to engage in expressing their concerns, their frustrations about things that they don't feel are being handled correctly. And it was, it pulled on my heartstrings. It was a tough conversation. I learned a lot. I went back and took that information, as well as the following day there was a rally, a very peaceful rally on campus in which students expressed similar concerns regarding the elimination of those programs and the non-renewal of some contract renewable faculty. And just to be there and listen to them and see what they wrote on chalk on the sidewalks, to have them come to my office and share posters was really moving to me, and I learned a lot from that experience. I went back and wrote an FAQ that's, I think you posted last week on your show, kind of sharing answers to some of their questions, not all. I still have some questions that need to be answered. I know that the Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences also answered some of those questions on an FAQ that she presented. And tomorrow we're going to be having another town hall, and I hope that students show up and are able to express their concerns and have a conversation with me. I will be there until as many of those questions are asked and as many of them as I can answer. I'll be there until the last student leaves. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'm sure the UNC community has a lot of questions. What are you guys trying to do to be transparent as possible, to make sure that the UNC community knows, okay, this is what's happening, this is the facts. What is your guys' mission to make sure that happens?
Well, it starts with what you mentioned earlier. It starts with me listening. When I hear there's concerns of students and faculty and staff, my instinct, my inclination is to listen, to go to events, to talk to individuals, and I've spent a lot of time in the last couple of weeks doing that. And I'll continue to do that. I mean, I certainly make mistakes, we all do. There are things that I wish we would have done better, particularly in engaging earlier on in the conversations about issues or concerns that the campus has about particular programs being discontinued.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to make progress and make improvements in that, and I'll be more than willing to listen to students, faculty, and staff, express their concerns, and do my very best to address those in a timely fashion.
Absolutely. We got to make sure that we're transparent and talking to each other as a community.
Absolutely.
So I've seen that there's more roundtables coming up, or scheduled at least. You mentioned the town hall on Thursday. How many more of these events can UNC students expect to really voice their opinions about these?
Well, I hope this is an ongoing thing. We've had these roundtables and town halls throughout the year. I've had a couple of open forums about the budget and events and activities throughout the year as well. Next week, I know we have a strategic planning session that's open to the campus community to talk about the next iteration of Rowing Not Drifting 2030, and that's open to faculty, students, and staff. The conversation tomorrow will not be the end of discussions, and I'm ready and willing and desiring of continued conversation on whatever topics that students, faculty, and staff want to talk about. So if tomorrow is not enough time, I'm happy to do it again. I know that summer is coming up, but I'm here all summer. I know that many of our employees and students may have other obligations over the summertime, but know that I'm here and available to talk, whether it be in group settings or reaching out to me. I answer all of my emails, and I'm happy to set up additional conversation to talk about issues and address whatever concerns that the campus has.
Absolutely. It's important to have that conversation with the UNC community and making sure that you can answer any questions.
Yes.
So you mentioned the Rowing Not Drifting plan. We're about to get into part 2.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that so far, and what does that look like for the future of the university?
Well, we're going to talk about that next week. I want to hold some of those surprises for next week, but please come to the event. Share your ideas. There's going to be opportunities to provide input and suggestions. You're going to hear about all of our accomplishments that we've done over the last couple of years. Even through the pandemic, it's been significant. We've done a lot of great work, and I'm looking forward to celebrating that at the event next week.
Absolutely. UNC has moved forward through that, and now you get the chance to really influence the next phase.
That's right.
UNC students get excited for that. So like at the beginning, we talked about graduation.
Yes.
It's right around the corner, and we have few restrictions. It's going to feel like a normal graduation ceremony. How are you feeling about this ceremony and finally being able to celebrate those accomplishments with the UNC students?
Well, we're going to celebrate the first, I think, unrestricted graduation we've had in 3 years. So bring your friends, bring your family, bring your loved ones. It's going to be a great time on the 6th and 7th of May. We're going to have doctoral hitting events on Friday night, the 6th, and then the 7th will be all of our undergraduate experiences. And I'll be celebrating and identifying students that I think need to be recognized. There'll be a lot of hugs and handshakes and high fives. Hopefully there'll be some beach balls out there, and I welcome it.
There we go.
I welcome that. So let's have some fun.
Exactly. UNC students want to have fun at graduation.
As do
Let's
I.
make it fun.
That's right.
We'll make it fun. But my last question for you is, for those seniors that are graduating, that are about to reach a big milestone in their lives, what is that one message that you would say to them going into that?
You celebrate in all the work that you've accomplished. Celebrate in your success. Look forward to the future. Know that we're always going to be here for you. And like I like to end speeches and at events is, once a bear, always a bear, and I really mean that. You'll always have a home back at UNC. That's
a great motto. Everyone wears that at graduation as well. It's a great motto. Well, thank you for coming and joining us, providing clarity at what's going on at UNC, and we appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure, Hunter. Thanks for having me on the show again.
Of course, as always. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you Thursday for our final Bear News Live of the semester. Make sure to tune in. I'm Hunter Phipps, and thank you for watching Bear News 101.